this today. All right, so I'm going to get him bent around to the right side, and then I got to wait for his feet to stop before I start the next thing. All right, we got the feet stopped, so I'm just going to sit here a minute. Now this is, if your horse doesn't know what means don't go, everything's going to probably mean go. And so if you get in the saddle and your horse is immediately walking off, that's part of the problem, is everything means go. I want to show Scout a whole bunch of don't go, and then we can figure out the go cue. But let's get all of the other, let's get as many options off the list as possible so that when I do teach him the go cue, it's super simple. We've eliminated, 99 others. Okay, we're bent over here to this right side now. Same thing, got my hand on the rein, pinky towards the bit, arm tucked down. And so now what I'm going to do is throw my weight from side to side. So I'm going to exaggerate this pretty dramatically. I'm going to stand up and lift my butt up out of the saddle, and I'm going to kind of land back and forth on each side of old Scout here. And I want to see if he thinks that means go, and he sure does. So I'm going to throw my weight around till those feet get stopped. There they are. And then I'm going to sit down, relax, and let him lick and chew. Just because I lean around in the saddle, I can't have Scout walking off. I might be leaning for a gate. I might be leaning to, grab lunch. Who knows, right? I need to be able to move all around in this saddle and have him know that doesn't mean go. All right, number 2 on this right side. Again, I'm going to go back and forth. Really let him feel that weight. Feel me shifting. Okay, he's not moving. I'm done. That's as long as you need to do it. If they're not moving, stop. Because I don't want to keep moving and then have Scout's mind go, hey, maybe I'm not doing the right thing. Let me move around. Maybe that's the answer, right? He's just looking for the release. And I want to get his mind conditioned that the release comes during pressure. It's just after that. He's going to find the release by relaxing. So he relaxed, held his feet still. He got the release. So we're going to set him up again, 3rd time. Now this time I want to get pretty dramatic with it. I really want Scout to feel all of this. So back and forth, really just throw my weight around. There goes his feet. And he stops. I want to be done. Good boy. All right, that was the 3rd time. So now we're going to let him just have his head out. Oh, he just took a big breath. Right, that's part of that down regulation, transitioning into the parasympathetic nervous system is a big breath. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to the breathing. Licking and chewing 2 more times up here. All right, we're going to reach way down on this left side. Ask him to bend his head and neck, and then I got to wait for the feet. Oh boy. All right, so now we're going to go back and forth on this side. I'm going to start pretty soft on my first one. He didn't move his feet. Nice. His head did come up, right? He gets stress and worry. I can see he lifts his head up, but he didn't move his feet. He's licking and chewing. Oh boy. All right, 2nd time. So this time I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. I want to really kind of get some weight moving around and let him feel me bumping, and notice my legs are flopping. Good boy. Right, because we just did paddle my legs back and forth. Now my legs are moving while we're going side to side. This is important to your horse's mind, that he knows what his job is, and I want Scout to know his job most of the time is to do absolutely nothing and be damn good at it. So we got to prepare him. So we're going to show him all this stuff that means don't go. Okay, 3rd time side to side. So this time I'm going to really exaggerate that and see if I can't. Oh, little movement. Mostly just because he's off balance, I'm sure. Good. There, he's got it. Feet stopped. He's licking and chewing. See, I love that he's licking and chewing in between each section that we're doing. All right, let him have his head out for a moment. So this is kind of a pass-fail thing here at the ranch. I mean, if the horse can't handle this type of pressure, this type of stimulus, we're not ready to go out on a ride. Meaning we're hanging out right here. Let's get this turned down and get this working really nice. Then we'll get out and go do something. So it's kind of a deal breaker. And I want it to be a deal breaker for you too. If your horse can't go through all three of these, this whole sequence of don't go, that's probably where a lot of your problems are. Let's get that fixed. And then you'll have something, a tool you can rely on, you know, out in the world. But if it doesn't work here in your here in your science laboratory, right at home, if it doesn't work in your own safe space, you dang sure can't count on it anywhere else. So, okay, reach down on this right side. Hey, look at that. That time he didn't even move around when I bent him over here. So old Scout's already getting more relaxed, figuring out what his job is. He's got a tough job. He's got to do nothing under pressure. And that's a tough job for a prey animal that's scared to death of everything and thinks everything's a threat. So good for him figuring this out. Okay, our third thing now, we're going to go front to back. So I've got him bent to the side again, have my arm tucked in here. He's going to be holding still, we hope. And then I want Scout to know what it might feel like in the saddle with me going forward and me going backwards. So I'm going to start slow on my first round. I want to come up here, land on my forearm on his neck. I want him to know that's what this is going to feel like. And then back here, up here, to the back, to the front. Okay, he didn't even move. So I'm just going to go nice and soft on this first time. Man, his eyes are all sleepy, his ears are soft. I mean, this dude is like way coming down in his autonomic nervous system. I mean, he's wanting to relax and find some safety in this. Oh boy. Okay, number 2, front to back. I'm going to turn it up just a teeny bit. All right, we're going to go front, back. And notice my feet moving. Right, I want him to feel what my legs are going to do. He didn't move, I'm done. Licking and chewing as soon as I release the pressure. And the release of pressure is just me stopping. Good boy, Scout. All right, third time, front to back. We're going to really turn it up this time because I really want to know. Right, each little foundation that we get, we turn it up just a bit on the next one. Each time we want to just kind of be turning things up just a little bit. So, okay, here we go, front to back. Ugh. Ooh, oh, there we go. Okay. Touching up here on his head. Yeah. All right, now I don't expect you to do this, but we're going to help Scout out here. Good boy. I'm just going to hold my hat here until he can find his answer here to relax. Oh boy. Hey, there was some trouble. That was a complete breakdown, a complete lost it, panic, crash. That would have been bolting out through the brush. That would have been a complete wreck. Whew, got my cardio in already this morning. I'm a little winded. Okay, let's come back out here again. Now, like I said, we haven't done any of the restart program with Scout yet, because we probably would have found that head shy little trigger right there, you know, had we gone through all of our program beforehand. So fair enough to Scout that, you know, that triggered him. I didn't know it was going to trigger him because I haven't done all of the other lessons with him. We just kind of grabbed him right out of the pool of client horses here, and he's had very little time with us, and so we're kind of finding some of those rough spots right now. But hey, you don't know what you have till you have it under pressure, right? So if this forward and back, and if you can't take, you know, I took my hat off, but maybe it's just your hands going back and forth or reaching up or something touching up here. Boy, that triggered him. I want to know those things. I want to get those things out before they turn into something, before, you know, they're just ugly and we don't know that they're there. All right, Scout, good enough. Let's going to do the third time. Or that was the third time. We're going to do the third time again. We're going to go 3.1 because that was a mess. So we'll get our guy started here again. I'm going to start soft. See if I can't get this hat up here to touch. Hey, that was pretty dang good. I'm going to stop while I'm winning. Because did he move his feet? No way. He just tried his damnedest to own it. He was tight. All right, I could feel he was tight up there. All right, we're going to let him have his head out. Let him lick and chew. Relax. I want him to totally mentally recover from that little episode. There's our licking and chewing. Good boy, Scout.